there. Let me adjust you a little bit here. Still trying to get a good area to film in. But I recently went on vacation or holiday to Colorado. I'm in Tennessee. And it was not a very good trip. But I did manage to find a yarn store and a fabric store and a bead store. So I got a little bit of stuff. I'm going to show you just a little haul, and yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Alright, first fabric I got, I think this was actually a fabric store in Kansas, and it was this really big old house, and they had super old stuff. This adorable, I love butterflies, so I'm pretty picky with my butterfly stuff. Because there's butterfly print can get very cheesy very quickly. So, but I found this, I thought it was so retro. There's not a lot of it as far as yardage or meterage, but I'm hoping I can maybe squeeze out a little simple A-line skirt out of it. Maybe. It is stretchy. I guess you do it this way. It is a little bit stretchy, but I just loved it. I just thought it was so cute and very retro. So, there was that. Let's stick with the fabric theme. I spent $143 at the fabric store in Colorado Springs. Mill Outlet Fabric, I believe it's called. And I spent a lot of effort getting to the store, and I made it there within an hour of them closing, and we were actually going to the airport the next morning. So I made it just in time, and I'm so glad I did, because I got awesome stuff. And I learned something about myself. Apparently, I really like blue. Blue is where it's at. Wearing a blue shirt. Blue is it. So, I got just this really thin jersey. It has like little speckles on it. Blue striped. Just a simple little knit. I think I'm wanting to try sewing with knits. Just like a simple top with that. Next is the first one I picked up, and it was like, most of these, it was so expensive because they were like $12.50 a yard, which is kind of expensive when you go to Hobby Lobby and it's like $8 a yard for something. But they had stuff that, you know, you don't see everywhere, so I'm okay with it. And I was on vacation, dang it, so I got it. It's this adorable, it's like a really thin, I don't know what this is, I don't know, but look at it, it's adorable. It has mice on it with mushrooms and in little hammocks and with little thimbles, and I mean, look at it, it's adorable. It's a really thin, I want to say corduroy, but that's not right. But that's kind of what it reminds me of. There's no stretch or anything to it. It's adorable. I got 3 yards of it, I believe. 2 or 3 yards. I think 3 yards. Because when I don't really have a project in mind of what I'm going to make, I get 3 yards. Because in general, that will make me pretty much anything. A dress, whatever. Next up is this really cute vintage looking, probably is vintage, because this store was ginormous and not a modern fabric store by any means. The inventory in this fabric store, y'all have got to look it up. It's Mill Outlet Fabric something, Colorado Springs, Colorado. but it's this really pretty blue with creepy little clowns and elephants, little circus theme going. And it's a really, really light, thin, why do I not know what kind of fabric all this stuff is? It's just like a really thin cotton. And I got 2 of it because that's all there was left. One of these I just got 2 because that's all they had. And I don't really have any plans for this, but it might make a really cute dress, skirt. Excuse me. I'm wanting a new lunch bag, maybe a lunch bag, I don't know. And then this really awesome blue with pumpkin, black pumpkins on it. Oh, there's skulls too. There's skulls. Well, it's upside down for you, sorry. Pumpkins and skulls, very Halloween. And I love Halloween, and I've wanted for so long to find fabric like this to make a dress out of, to wear in October or anytime that's, you know, Halloween but not super Halloween, because I do have a semi-corporate office job I need to look presentable for. So, excited about that. And then this. Oh boy. Look. Just look. I'll just let you look for a second. Yep. Yep. There are no words. It's perfection. Just so cool. So cool. Alright, so that's the fabric. Of course, I threw everything in the floor on top of the other stuff I was wanting to show you. Pardon me. Un momento. Por favor. Okay. And then, coincidentally, we ended up in Salida, Colorado. I always say that wrong, but I'm going to go with Salida. I know that it's exit in Spanish, but I still don't know how to say it. And they had a little downtown district with lots of shops and restaurants and gift shops and that kinds of things. And so there was a bead store and a fabric / yarn store, like right across the way from each other. So cool. So from the fabric store called Fringe, I got this. It's beautiful and expensive, and I don't know what I'm gonna make out of it, but it's from Busy Bee .etsy. They're on Etsy. I haven't looked them up yet. Busy Bee Fibers, and the color is Seahorses. And yeah, Seahorses. Okay. So I just thought it was gorgeous. It was different, and I think I'm going to venture into knitting my first shawl. Now, I've been looking at patterns on Ravelry, so if you have any suggestions on very first shawl patterns, knitting, that aren't really ginormous, they're not just the plain triangle old lady style, they're more of the, you know, hip cool, because I'm hip and cool kind of style, let me know. So I got that. Oh, and at that same place I got this really cute book. I don't normally get books and things like that, and it was full price. It was $10. But one, I love this dress on it, on the cover. I love that. And then, not that I would ever knit that, I don't think. I would ever have the patience for that. But maybe one day I'll be advanced enough to be able to knit this. And then I really loved this. This is me. This is the epitome of me. This is my style. This is me. Crazy color, cable, cropped, totally me. And I would totally do this. I love it. It's awesome. So, I got that really just for those two. I mean, it's just a little basic whatever. Okay, and then my mother and I both bead and make jewelry, and I think they call it bead weaving is what we do, as opposed to making wire jewelry or just stringing stuff. I get in spurts of getting in and out of it, and I thought I'd try something different, even though I have tons and tons and tons of beads. Actually, the cabinet you're sitting on right now, which you can't see, is all of my beads, and it sits this high. It's a big, like, lingerie chest full of beads. Anyway, I thought I'd try something different since I have so much at home. Hello? So much at home. Was buy a magazine from the bead store. This is an old beadwork magazine. Find something in it that you want to make, which was this, which is pretty tame. I mean, I can do pretty elaborate. I can do pretty elaborate beading, but make this and buy the stuff for it at the store. I don't normally do things that way, but I kind of like it. And in fact, I wanted to film this video quickly just so I could go ahead and tear the stuff up and get into the beading and start the necklace. So, for this, I got these. Oh, they're so cool. They're like, remind me of like a computer circuit board kind of thing. I don't know if you can tell that or not. Let's do the old YouTube show here. Oh, so cool. It is called Nothing. It's called Nothing. Sorry for the disappointment there. So I got 3 of those. Ta-da! And I got these very expensive 4mm bicone crystals that are just this really cool olive kind of shade. Thought they looked really cool with it. And then a fancy little toggle clasp. And then it called for, okay, so it called for 11s. Flat 2-hole squares, which I'm using the Tyla. Are these Tyla? Yeah. And crystal bicones and a fancy toggle clasp. It actually says fancy toggle clasp. That's what I got. And the 11s I got 2 hanks of 11s, one for the project and one just because I couldn't pass it up because it was beautiful. But I decided to go with something matte to kind of offset all the shininess of this. So I don't know if that's showing up very well. There that is. And it's just this really pretty purple and olive and blue matte 11s. Hank of those. So that will go with, whoops, that will go with this. And I'm going to start that immediately. So, see, you thought I was filming this video for you, but I'm not. I'm filming it for me, so I can start a project. So, oh, the other hank I got was this really pretty purple, I don't know, shiny stuff. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there it is. It's beautiful. So, that is my very quick haul. Let's make sure I didn't forget anything. Very quick haul from my recent not so great trip to Colorado. I might do like a story time. I don't really like those kind of videos, but I might do one if one should want something like that. That's all for now. I have a couple more videos planned. I'm gonna do my first ever makes video at the end, by September 1st either. I'll probably do it Labor Day weekend and post it. I'm gonna try to start a Monday video schedule. So I'm excited.